What's going on, YouTube? New episode of Unfazed here, and today we got the new Super Saiyan 3 Son Goku lead. Now, I did make a deck profile on this one, and now I have a different one. This is a variation that I made to counter what everybody's afraid of now is the Mecha Apes, Mecha GT, all that other stuff. This deck right here that I made was made for that. So basically, I used this in the last tournament and I got first place. Basically, I made a Super Aggro Super Saiyan 3 Goku deck, and I found out the way to beat Mecha, and for me, and it's been working, is go aggressive. Be super aggressive, and basically they're gonna lose all their life before they're able to use it, you know, for their Monakas, Planet Vegetas, to save themselves with, you know, Flying Nimbus and Cold Bloodlust. You go aggressive, be super aggressive, and they're gonna think twice before they use their life to activate their skill, you know, because if you're aggressive, their whole mindset is gonna change, and like, oh shit, you know, like everything's gonna change. So with this leader right here, it utilizes that, and it's just a perfect leader to be super aggressive, because you can tap all your energy when he's awakened, you know, do as many plays as you can, combos, all this stuff to put pressure on your opponent, and then when you end your turn, you're gonna get 3 energy back to active mode, so you have a chance to defend yourself, which is, in my opinion, like, just amazing. Like, this leader, I'm telling you, he's gonna go up. Soon as they ban Mecha Frieza or whatever they do to him, this guy is gonna have so much more playtime, even though I believe he is way better than Mecha Frieza in my personal opinion. Now, I did play the Mecha Ape deck, so I can learn. You know, if you guys have trouble with it, make the deck, play with it a lot, and that way you can learn the ins and outs, which I have, and I will explain why I play certain cards to help counter the Mecha Apes. So everybody knows this leader, but I'm gonna say it for the new guys that don't know. Basically, your first turn, you don't place an energy. You throw 1 card from your hand to the drop area, and you take 2 cards from your life, and you put it into your energy. So right there, you have 2 energy on your first turn. If you go first, you're 2 steps ahead of your opponent, which gives you time for a lot of combo. Now, when you awaken, you draw your 2 cards, and when you attack, you draw a card, and at the end of your turn, you untap 3 energy. So let's get on with the profile. So what I got, obviously, if you're aggro, you know, nice couple red builds. So we all know for any aggro build, you play your Saiyan Kabas, and we play this at 4. Basically, when you use your leader effect, you're down 2 life, so you're at 6. And in your first hand, you know, you want to have at least 2 Kabas so you can play both right off the bat, and you can awaken yourself. And you're going to awaken your leader if they take the hits. I mean, excuse me, your opponent's leader if they take the hits. But that's fine. Let them have cards in their hand, because the Mecha is not going to have that much life, you know, to keep using it. So if they go first and, you know, let's say they Planet Vegeta ones and 1 Monaka, they're at 6. You use one of these and they're awakened. Now, chances are they're not going to want to take the hit, so they're probably going to, you know, combo over you, wasting their hand, which is, again, another good thing. So whether they take the life or they throw out cards from the hand, you're being aggressive and you're pressuring them, and they're going to be in a hole where they're not. So Saiyan Kaba definitely utilizes that. You know, for you new people, when he swings, he takes a card from your life, adds it to your hand, and he gains double strike and 10k. So it's like, that's a necessity. Now, one of my favorite cards in this deck is from the starter deck, Rushing Warrior Pan. Now, this card, it's good. So like, the reason I play this is because when you put it on the board, you get to choose a red leader card or a red battle card. So obviously I'm playing a blue leader. You choose a red battle card and it gains 5k. Now when you combo with this card from your battle area, you get to draw a card. So this is like a 10k boost and draw 1, if anything, because let's say I have my Kaba on board, you know, play her, my Kaba gains the 5k or any other red card that I play. then I combo with her on the on the board, and that's another 5k for her combo cost, and then you draw a card. So this card is actually is needed in this deck because you want to keep drawing, like in the beginning. It's just a great card. Next, I play 3 of the Bodyguard Legilick. Now, if I don't go first, right, I want to have this card in my hand like right away, so that way when my opponent plays, like, let's say they play a Majin Buu or Bulma for 1 cost, he is the Cyber Dragon of Dragon Ball. If your opponent has a battle card on the board, you get to play him for free, but you have to have none. So, it's like you play him once and boom. Now, he is a 15k blocker, so he's needed to help you survive. So this is like another survival piece, and you can use him like in the end if you have to swing. I usually don't, but if it's needed, you can, so he can put pressure, and he's basically just free. Next, we play 4 Chain Attack Trunks. Now this card is broken, in my opinion. You play him for 4, and you get to choose a battle card that has 15k or less and play it for free. Now, the reason this is so good is because, like, he's potentially adding another card on board. So, like, right now, out of the 3 cards I showed you before, saying Kaba is a target and the Pan's a target, and so is my blocker. So, if I had, like, let's say a Kaba on board and my opponent has a couple monsters and I have my blocker in my hand, I can play him and then play my blocker, so I have safety. Now, another reason why this card is amazing is because he can attack active battle cards, and he is a 20k. So now, these Mecha Apes, they have, 20k blockers, like the Vegeta or Bardock. You play him on board, and you can easily throw a nice Pan, give him the 5k, and then you can swing at one of their blockers that are in active mode. If they want to block with another one, that's perfectly fine. You can just combo with her, so he's going to be 30k, and then you get to draw a card. So this card is actually really good against the Mecha, and you get him from the starter deck, so I would suggest buying 2 of them so you get a playset, and this card's price is currently rising, so get this guy while you can. Now, another target for him will be this Quick Rush Trunks. Now, a lot of people don't play this card. If they do, they use it for energy. But I have won against a Mecha deck with this card because what happened was I made them waste all their blockers, and they only had 3 cards in their hand. And I knew those 3 cards were extra cards because that deck is so heavy on extra cards. Now, if you're aggressive, they're not going to have enough life or, energy because they're not ramping to play off the extra cards. So they're going to be stuck with a lot of extra cards in their hand, and it's going to hurt them. It's going to hurt them real bad. So, I play this guy. He's mostly energy at some points, or a target for my Chain Attack Trunks if I have nothing else in hand. And he's a 2-drop, 15k critical, which is good. It's not bad. So he's a 15k beater for 2. You can use him in those tough situations that you just need to attack one more time. And he did that for me in the finals against, a Mecha Ape deck. And, he won me the game. So don't sleep on this guy. All these low-cost, high-attack cards are great. And you just got to be aggressive. So being a critical card, it's aggressive. And not only that is if I play him first, I can evolve him over him to play him for less, which is, always a plus. I'll get an extra energy. So that's this. Next, if you're an aggro deck, you play your Furthering Destruction Champas. You combo with this card, and your battle card gains double strike. Now you can put him on this. That's a nice double strike crit. So that's always a plus. Now, what I use this for is, so let's say I get Flying Nimbus, and my opponent's at 2 life. I attack with my battle cards. Boom, boom. I still could attack with my leader card, and once they let my leader card's attack go through, and they don't block because, they think that I'm not going to do anything, I start comboing with this for double strike, and that usually kills them. And then I just start comboing away. So this is a sneaky card. This is very sneaky, and this helps win a lot of games. Because I can even attack with a Pan, and they're like, all right, it's just a 5k pan. He's probably going to just use 110k boost. I'm going to lose a single life. But then I throw this on them, and this, you know, it changes everything. This is a game changer. So we play this at 4. Next, this is one of the MVPs of the night of the tournament that I played. Topo, or Topo, however anybody says it, if you care about that. Now, this is a great card, and he also helps with the apes, because when you're attacked, and let's say you or your opponent are awakened, if your leader card is 15,000 or more attack, you can drop the cost of this card by 2, and he negates the attack, so he's a counter card. So they swing, and I'll just tap 2 and play him in active mode, negate the attack. Now, his other effect is if this card, you know, KOs a battle card, he gets switched right back to active. So he's 20k, so that's, you know, that's good. I will swing at their leader, and of course the Mecha apes is gonna block. So the ape is, they're roughly about 20k or 15k, depending what blocker they got. You combo, you know, a couple cards on this, make them like at least 30k. They're probably gonna let their blocker die, and you switch them back to active, and you can swing again. So my opponent didn't know that he could do that, so I was able to take out 2 of his blockers before he realized that it's gonna keep going. And even if they do, you know, realize, I'm still gonna be able to, you know, keep attacking and comboing over their blockers. So great card right here. He helps me. Next, I play 3 Gerents. Now, great card against apes. I'm gonna explain why. Now, everybody knows when he can attack active battle cards, so I'll swing at a blocker, right? Now, when you swing, he gains the 10k boost. So when you swing, he goes to rest mode, but his effect says you switch him back to active mode. So you swing at a blocker, and they cannot Sugesh and Son Goku combo on the first attack. They have to do it on the second attack. So you can keep this guy and just swing at the first one for 30k. If they want to combo over, fine, they waste their card. If not, he's going to destroy it, and you don't swing again. You wait for your next turn, and then you keep doing the swing back to active, swing back to active, so they don't do the Sugesh and Son Goku combo that I hate so much. But yeah, that's another good card right there. And lastly, I play 3 Vado's Assistants. Now, I've been ridiculed about this card because they're like, wow, you actually play this, but yes, it is a good card because I'm gonna explain. Let's say I only had 1 Kaba in my hand, right? I was swinging my Kaba, and then I'm not awakened yet, and I just need to swing 1 more time with Kaba, and I can't draw another one. My opponent's gonna attack my Kaba so that I don't awaken, but then I just negate the attack real quick and put him back to active mode. I've done that so many times and able to awaken, and being awakened helps you out so much. So this is a great card. Also, you know, putting one of your battle cards in active mode, because everybody likes to swing at your battle cards that are in rest mode, so you don't have, you know, a bunch of pressure on them. He's also good for my blocker. I can block, combo over, keep him in rest mode, and then when my opponent goes to attack him, I'll just Vados real quick and then negate the attack and then have a block on the next turn. So that's a pretty good combo right there. This card is good. I probably use it like maybe once or twice in a match. Mostly once, and then I'll put it as energy for my other cards. Alright, now we're going to go to some of the black cards. Now, one of my favorite cards of the black cards is the Power Aura Mirror. Now, this is such a strong free card, it's ridiculous. So if you have 3 cards in your warp, he gains 5k. And then if you have 5 cards in your warp, he gains an additional 5k, potentially making him a 25k 3-drop. And if you overrun with him, it's basically free. So now I play him at 4 because he's a target for so many things. So like I can play him for free and he's 25k. I can use Chain Attack Trunks and play him for free, and then I get to keep him because I didn't overrun. So I'm going to always have a 25k blocker if I'm using the Chain Attack Trunks effect. And you're wondering, you know, how do you get cards in your overrealm? And I'll explain right now. So we play 3 Time Patrol Trunks. You know, you play him, get to draw you look at the top two, keep one of them, put one on top or on the bottom of your deck. You know, sends a card to the overrealm. So giving my mirror, you know, its cost. And then I love this card. It's Killer Sword Trunks. So what he does is when I Xeno evolve him, I get to get a battle card in my warp and play it for free of 3 cost or less. So again, another target is my Power Aura Mirror. So like one quick combo I do is I play this, you know, search 2. I'll Xeno, well, I'll swing first, right? Put some pressure on your opponent. You Xeno evolve, you put him in active, and the Trunks goes to your warp. His effect kicks in, and then you get to search, and you know there's potential targets in this deck. You know, I could get like a nice bodyguard, I can get him back, or of course what I usually do is get him back. That way I'll have a permanent 25k, you know, attacker on my board, and he won't leave with overrealm. So you know, this deck has a lot of potential targets. So that's for the whole black combo right there. It's pretty good. All right, now the last cards I have is, of course, 3 Unyielding Spirit Trunks. I would play 4 if I had space, but I don't. You combo with this card. If your leader's blue, you untap any energy. This comes in clutch. It's helped me a lot in, you know, for the finals and everything, when I just need that extra combo cost to, you know, make my card stronger to destroy the opponent. You can tap out, swing, use one of these, untap, and then you can use the Sneaky Furthering Destruction Champa, and you're gaining like a 15k boost with double strike on the card that you attacked. And that's, you know, like I said, you got to be super aggressive with this deck. Then your super combos for the last cards. 4 Kibito Kai. I like Kibito Kai because he is aggressive on the offense because you get to draw your card, and then he is a very great defensive. Now people always say they want to draw when they use these. I would love to draw, but if I have to Jocko your card, this is the card to do it, and it's so clutch. Like, this card is very clutch. I know everybody wants to draw their cards so they use boost attack, but I'm telling you guys, this card is super clutch. Now that's it for the main deck. Now the side deck, I don't have that much, but I'll show you the little text I do have. Now, of course, for Chain Attack Trunks, everybody's doing this. You got the Xeno. I played the Xeno because, you know, if they have a board and I can't seem to get rid of it, this card sends everything back. Hand, board, all that stuff. I play at 2 because he's somewhat useless at some points, because he is a 0 cost, 0 power combo card and only 15k. And basically with this leader, you can only have 6 energy, so you can't really play him unless you have Chain Attack Trunks. I've seen deck builds that they're playing for these guys, and I think that's not good, because you're gonna be stuck with them. There's times that you're gonna have these in your hand and you need that last 5k combo, but you got a Xeno, you know. So I rarely find myself using him, but I keep him in the side deck just in case. I'm not a fan of it, but you know, it is what it is. Then you can play this guy. I only have 2 of him because I haven't been able to go to many tournaments lately and pick some up, but he is a target for your Chain Attack Trunks, and he's aggressive because if he destroys a battle card, your opponent takes 1 life. So again, like we were saying about being aggressive, this is a very good aggressive card and a potential target for the Chain Attack Trunks. You know, if I'm just gonna give you, you know, targets for him that you can side in or put in if you don't want to, you know, people don't like to get the same exact deck as somebody, so I'm just giving you guys options. Another card that I would put is the BCC Gohan. The reason I don't have him in here, and I would love to have him here, is because I cannot find mine, and it's a great target for the Chain Attack Trunks. So if you guys want, put the BCC Gohan. It's a great aggro card. So this is my deck profile on the Mecha Killer Super Saiyan 3 red aggro, you know, with black and blue, but mostly red. I don't consider it tricolor right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know what you guys think, and hopefully all my information helped you out so that you can kill the Mecha.